All right, let's get right into it. We're talking about software engineer pay, but not just any pay. We are diving into some absolutely life-changing, staggering numbers that are happening right now in 2026.
So, picture this. You land that dream tech job, right? And they slide an offer across the table for 150 grand. You're thinking, yes, I've made it. That's the goal, isn't it?
Well, I'm here to tell you, you'd be wrong. So wrong. In the top tiers of tech, that's barely even the warm-up. Check this out. $500,000? That's what senior engineers at the big names are routinely pulling in. And honestly, that's just where the fun begins.
Now, let's level up. We're talking about the AI labs. The talent war there is so insane, so fierce, that compensation is just exploding. 800 grand. We're in a completely different universe of money now.
And there it is, the big one, $1 million plus. And let me be clear, this isn't some fairy tale, some one in a million unicorn story. This is real. This is the $1 Million Coder Club. So the big question is, how on earth do you get in?
Okay, to really get how these crazy numbers are even possible, you gotta look past the number on your biweekly paycheck. It's all about the bigger picture.
And that bigger picture has a name, total compensation, or TC. Seriously, burn this into your brain. In big tech, it is the only number that actually matters. If you're just talking about your base salary, you're not even playing the same game. So how does TC break down? Think of it like a three-legged stool. First, you've got your base salary. That's your rock. It's your predictable, reliable paycheck. Then you've got your bonus, a nice little cash reward for doing a great job. But the third pillar? Oh, this is the rocket fuel. We're talking equity. This is the real wealth builder, usually in the form of RSUs, or restricted stock units. Basically, the company gives you a chunk of itself, shares that become yours over, say, 4 years. And here's the magic. If the company's stock goes to the moon, so does your pay. This is what turns a six-figure salary into life-changing, buy-a-house-in-cash kind of money. All right, so who are these companies throwing around this kind of cash? Let's name some names. We're going to look at the heavy hitters, starting with the undisputed kings of the current tech gold rush, the AI labs.
First up, the top dog, OpenAI. We're looking at an average senior comp of around $800,000. I mean, just let that sink in. They are absolutely setting the bar, driving this insane competition for the very few people on the planet who can build the future of AI.
And right on their heels, you've got Anthropic, another AI titan, pulling in around $570 on average. They have a huge draw with their focus on AI safety, which attracts a ton of top talent. But you know what? While AI is the hot new thing, there's a whole other world that's been making developers rich for decades. I'm talking about quantitative finance, where cold, hard cash is king.
So let's talk about Jane Street. Forget stock options for a second. Here, it's all about the cash. Top performers are easily clearing $600,000, and that's thanks to absolutely massive bonuses that are tied directly to how well the firm does. It's a high-pressure environment for sure, but the rewards are just mind-blowing.
Same kind of deal over at Citadel, another trading beast. You're starting in that 400 to 600K range, but the performance bonuses can send that number into orbit. Okay, but it's not all about Wall Street. Let's pivot back to the tech giants, the household names who use their incredibly powerful stock as a golden ticket. Take a look at Google. A senior engineer, what they call an L5, is already pulling in around 400 grand. But get this, make the jump to staff engineer, or L6, and that number skyrockets to $700,000 or even more. That leap right there shows you the raw power of their stock. It's a massive wealth multiplier. And then there's Meta. Senior engineers there are landing in that sweet spot between 450 and 650K. And they'll pay an even bigger premium if you're working on the really cutting-edge stuff in their AI or Reality Labs divisions. I mean, you're literally building the metaverse. The scale of the challenges there is just immense. But here's the thing. The company logo on your badge is just one piece of the puzzle. There are other factors that can seriously multiply your earnings. Let's talk about two of the biggest: where you live and how much experience you have.
Location, location, location. It really, really matters. Now, you might think the Bay Area is the place to be because of the high raw salaries, and you're not wrong. But look at this comparison with Seattle. Once you factor in the absolutely brutal cost of living in the Bay, your actual take-home, your quality of life money, goes so much further in a city like Seattle or Austin. It's a total game changer.
And of course, the biggest multiplier of all,
is experience. This is the career ladder, and watch how the numbers just explode. You start out strong, even at entry level, but the second you hit that senior title, you're suddenly in the $500,000 conversation. And from there, staff, principal, that is the on-ramp to the $1 million club. Okay, so the money is real, the jobs are real, the path is clear. The only question now is, how do you actually do it? How do you get on that path? Let's break down a simple, actionable game plan for anyone who's serious about this.
All right, here's your playbook. No fluff. Number 1, you have to grind leak code. Master those technical interviews, focusing on the medium and hard problems. That's non-negotiable. Number 2, build stuff, real-world projects that prove you can actually code. Number 3, internships. Get 1, get 2. They are the single best way to get your foot in the door. And finally, and this is huge, when you get an offer, you negotiate. You always negotiate. They expect it, and if you don't, you're literally just leaving free money on the table. It's the biggest rookie mistake. Look, if there is only one single thing you remember from all of this, please let it be this. Total comp beats base salary. Every single time. You have to focus on the whole package, the equity, the bonus, the whole shebang. That is how you build real, generational wealth in this industry.
So there you have it. We've seen the numbers, we've seen the companies, we've got the playbook. The $1 Million Coder Club isn't some myth. It is very, very real, and it's happening right now. So the only question I have for you is, what's your next move?